What is up, everybody? Welcome back to some Mobius Final Fantasy with your boy Robbie Dagger. And in this one, we're going to be going over some Zalera 5-star and below multiplayer tips and kind of a guide for you guys. First, we'll talk deck building, and then we'll go into kind of a walkthrough or an example video that I'll put together for you guys. So, first thing I want to show is kind of the heart and soul to this MP rotation. Kind of the person who's going to make or break the battle is definitely going to be the breaker in this one. It's definitely the hardest role to fill, especially without Supreme. So if I didn't have Aerith and if I didn't have Duncan, I would have Lifeshift in here and a Monk's Trance, and I would hope to have the hearts to use that stuff. And I would go with the fake Duncan Gilgamesh Duncan card that came out. Those cards, I've seen this card break really well. It does a really good job, even on Yellow Bar, honestly, of breaking Zalera. And Zalera, unfortunately, with this deck, you're only going to be breaking Zalera. That's one of the real big downfalls and cons to this deck, is you're only breaking Zalera. But the thing is, if your attacker is coming prepared, then that's all you should really need to do. And the reason why you want to break Zalera is because he's going to do some awful things to your party. Pretty much, he'll start wiping party members, and you don't want that. As soon as he gets a turn in battle, basically. You can negate some of this stuff that he does by having certain multiples of certain levels. I think it's, you want to avoid being a multiple of like 3, 5, and like 2, I want to say. But definitely down below in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, here I've got the Alexander Primal Boon, which is pretty much a necessity to being able to break this this boss. If you don't have that, I do not know what works, because this boss Zalera has such a huge life bar. I will say your attacker can do a lot to help you. If they've got Diamond Weapon, they can totally eliminate that thing. Let's actually talk about attacker next. But I do want to say that tank is probably the next best job for this. But here's my attacker. Here's my attacker. I've got an Almathea job here. I've got the Y'shtola skin on top of it to get that haste and faith starter. And I'm using Minwu. I will say, if you don't have Minwu, the Hope card is just fine. It does a great job. And then I've got Destrudo here, because one of the enemies that you fight is dark, and one of the guardians is dark, and one of the guardians is earth. So it kind of makes things a little bit trickier. The Bartandos can one-shot the light guardian, and Minwu should be able to basically lead off the other guardian, so that should work well. And then I'm using Aerith here. If you don't have Aerith, then I would go with Mage's Trance. But this is the key to success right here for attackers. If you've got Diamond Weapon, this card is amazing. It's probably the best thing you can have for this. If you don't, you still might want some kind of Elemental Shift or Force to ensure that you're going to be able to do a lot of damage. Like, I've seen this work. This battle works just fine with Ragnarok. You just have to pay attention and be careful, because there is an Earth guard there that you should be able to kill, though. So the healer deck, guys, is basically exactly the same. Lifeshift right here, so you would use Gaia here. And if you need carries or something, you could totally just slap this deck together. This would be basically Mighty Guard. So there's really no excuses for not having this battle done, boys and girls, because this is your deck to get free runs right here if you need it. What this is Gaia, Undying, Knights of the Round, and Mighty Guard. All these cards are available in the shop. You can purchase them with your ability tickets if you need them. And let's talk about the tank, which I think is, if it's not the most important job in this battle, then it's definitely close. I would say tied with Breaker, honestly, and then I don't have a perfect tank for this, honestly, let me be honest. But I did find Snow to have great elements for this. If you've got, like, Ash, the Ash card would be amazing. I'm using Bismarck. The goal for a tank, boys and girls, this is what you want to do. You want to either stunlock, you want to stunlock first turn, if possible. I know there's some new anniversary cards that can make that possible for you. I don't have them personally. But basically the goal is to stunlock first turn, so if you can, pop that Bismarck, pop at least a stun. That way you at least buy your party a turn, because for some parties, you know, it's gonna be a 2-turn break. It's a very, very long break bar. And then the gold standard is to get Taunt and Dispel off first turn, and or Bismarck. So, you know, you could do a lot here, honestly. But other than that, you want to be driving dark for sure. No matter what tank you are, you want to be driving dark. So make sure you're using an appropriate tank. And watch the party, because you can do a lot for the party as far as heals go and things like that. There's a lot of really good tanks for this. Probably Knight of Eorzea is probably the best hands down tank for this right now. But yeah, I hope this is helpful for you guys. I know I'm kind of showing you guys some pretty advanced decks and everything, but this is a very top tier fight, and we have a lot kind of at our disposal. Let me mention really quick some other attack cards that might work for other jobs, other roles. For warrior types, Noctis will work, but you're probably going to need to break it twice, so be prepared to that. And I mean, that's pretty much it. There's other cards that are okay, but you're really going to need your strongest stuff for this battle. Let me know down below in the comments what's worked for you, and I'll show you a little clip coming up right next. Right, here we'll be seeing a 5-star multiplayer Zalera with completely random Warriors of Light. And I mean, it is possible. It's definitely doable. We just need a strong setup. So real quick here, we'll show, I believe I show all the decks, so we'll be able to see, because it takes forever to load. It takes forever to ready this battle up, man. But yeah, already you can see Zalera's got, he's definitely got Berserk, and I think that's break defense up. If my eyes don't deceive me, holy crap. So it looks like our tank has, he's got the 2 taunts and Berserk, which is always great. Our attacker had Ragnarok and great cards for it. Healer had the standard setup. And as you can see, I'm going to go and use 2 Phantom Rushes. Actually, I used Alex first, and then I used 2 Phantom Rushes after that. And then I actually went ahead and used a 3rd Phantom Rush just to make sure we would break it. But usually I've seen 2 do it. Usually does the trick. And as you can see, I did not even worry about guard A, guard B at all. The reason why is you need to either break Zalera, or you need to stunlock Zalera first turn, or this battle gets very ugly very quickly, and Phoenix Downs will need to be used. As far as I've seen, there's pretty much no way around it. I know there's a lot of tricks you can do with like level multiples and stuff, but there's basically a death buff that you get, and if Zalera gets a turn, you can get instantly killed. So basically the gold standard's going to be stunlock first turn, which a tank should be able to do, or break Zalera first turn, which any breaker, well, actually a top tier breaker is going to be able to do it. But like I said, if you've got, I've seen breakers break, like new tier breakers like Sarah, Eorzean Bard can do it with like Prompto and just some really high break power, so that does work too. But I like the Duncan or the fake Duncan setup because it doesn't rely on taps, so you don't need to worry about JCR as much, but you know, still need to worry about it a little bit. But yeah, you need some pretty top tier stuff for this battle, so I hope it goes okay for you guys. Definitely let me know how it goes for everybody. I know it's pretty tough, but if you ever need any help, we're always here for you at the Dreamer Society Discord. If you ever need any kind of assistance or just want to fight with some friends, it's always good to chill with you guys. Thank you for being here. I'll see you soon, and I'll catch you later. Best of luck to you. See you soon.